Hi, I'm Rob, and welcome to SPPTV. Today we're going to continue working on my Turbo S10 project. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Also check out the other videos. There's a whole bunch of videos already of the building of this truck. Today the plan is to finish up the intercooler piping, well not the piping, but the holes where the intercooler piping goes through, closing them up a little bit to make them look nicer. I mean, I kind of cut the holes big to give myself clearance when I was fitting everything, but now I'm gonna add some metal in there and close them up a bit. I went to the metal supply place yesterday, picked up a whole bunch of fresh new metal, plus I also picked up some sheets of aluminum, which I'm hoping is gonna be for the building of that front spoiler that I wanna build. So yeah. Let's get to it. Alright, so I ended up taking the front fender off. I made this little piece just right here, just to kind of finish it off. Welded that on, that's no big deal. Here's the part. I'm going to add a little bit here, and I'm going to add some down here, just to kind of close it in a little bit. So that'll be nothing. And then I'm also going to work on this big hole that I cut for the turbo. So like you can see here, I made a template out of cardboard. I'll show you the other one that I'm doing right now. So when you ought to fill something in, what I had done is put some tape kind of along here, mimicking like where the pipe goes when it was in the truck still. Then from that I made this cardboard template. Something goes in here, right? And then trace that onto some metal, and then make your metal template. Fit it in there good, and then weld it in. So I'm gonna weld that one in now, and then I guess I'll start working on this one. And there's a bunch here that has to get filled in. And then I'll have to put it back on the truck again once I make a few pieces, and then sort of use the tape to figure out exactly where I need to close it in more, or where I can, or what I need to use to do it. And then I'll add more pieces to it. I don't know if I'm gonna close in the entire hole or just part of it, and some of it will be still sticking out, like the tubing will be kind of sticking out. I'm not sure, but we'll see how it goes as we get on it. I got this one all welded in here, and I also made a piece for in here to stitch this back in. I just test fitted in the truck, and I have to I think I'll either cut a little more here or roll that edge a little bit, because it's a little close to the tubing. I still haven't done this part yet, but I just put it back in, so I remarked kind of where I want to add some pieces in. So I'll probably do that now. I'll finish this up a bit, do that part, and then maybe I'll make this one next, this fill-in piece. Put it back on, and then I'll see where else I can add pieces back in there. And then we'll see how it turns out. I added some in here. A little bit, just this edge here and then a little bit here, just to kind of close up that big cut that I made. I also welded in this piece here. I actually ended up reusing the old piece that I cut out because it fit in there. And then I rolled this lip right here a little bit, put a little bit of an edge on it. So now I'm going to throw it back in the truck and see how it fits and see where I can go next. So I put the fender back on, as you can see, and I threw the intercooler back on. Lined up the tubing there, and I think that's pretty good now. I think I'm gonna add in a little bit right here where my finger is. That's off the rad support. Otherwise, I think we're pretty good there. I still haven't decided if the part that's open here, am I gonna close that totally in or not? That I don't know about yet. Or if I'm just going to leave the piping sticking out like that. So there's lots of clearance. I think I might have to shave it down a tiny bit there because it's touching, but that's nothing too major. And there's the wastegate dump hole. Like I said, I'm just trying to make the openings look a little nicer and not be so cut up and hacky. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I'll do a little more work on this side, and then I'll start on the other side. Plus I'm still trying to do the inner fender. Like I said, I got that much of it kind of filled back in now. I still have to do more and decide how much more and exactly what's going to get filled in. So now what I've done is I took a piece that was the original piece and I just bent it up to fit around this tube. And then I made this piece, which I also bent around the tube. And now I'm making another one that's going to weld to there and go around to that part. I couldn't really make it out of one piece, so I'm making out of a couple pieces. But it's going to go around here and close all this in. I still don't know if I'll be able to close all of it in, but at least most of it should be closed in. You know, when you're doing this kind of stuff, you have to take a piece of cardboard template, mark it out, and then mark it onto a piece of metal, and now you'll have a flat piece like this, which is basically what this was. This was just nice and flat. And then you gotta just slowly work it. Bend it, hit it with a hammer, whatever you need to do to make it fit nice, and then weld it in. I don't have any of those fancy tools, metal shaping tools. All I have is one of these things, a vise, hammers, and whatever else you can use, hammers and dollies and stuff, and you just have to slowly work at it. So now I'll make this other piece. So I've been working at it a little while. I got the fender off the truck now, and this is kind of what I've come up with here. So here's that piece that I was showing you that was just flat. So I pretty much just formed it around the turbo. Yeah, it's weird looking and curvy, but that boxes in most of it. Here I have to, that's where the tubing goes through, so I don't know if I'm going to leave that open. Here is where the turbo flange is. I'm going to put it back on the truck and see what I can do there, if I can add some more maybe to it. But so far I'm getting lots of it closed in, so the dirt and everything will stay out of there and it'll look a lot better. So yeah, I'll throw it back on and take a look again. Alright, so now you can see that I actually ended up making a piece that goes here. So it's pretty much all filled in now. The only thing that's still open is for the tube to go through for the cold side. And I don't know if I'm going to do anything about that or if I'm just going to leave it. But so far that's what I got, and that closes the turbo in pretty nice. So I'm really happy with that. It actually worked out really good. It was a lot of work and a lot of pieces. One of those things that I didn't think it was going to take pretty much the whole day, but it ended up taking pretty much the whole day. So yeah, so it's pretty good. So I'm just going to throw it on. I'll throw it on and then I'll show you how it fits. I don't know if you can really see anything through here. I mean, you can see that it's closed in there. There. I guess it's mostly from the underneath you're going to really see it. There you go. So you can see now it's all closed in, except for right here where the cold side piping goes through. But that's definitely a lot better and cleaner. So I like that. I'm hoping my tire doesn't give any clearance problems, but it didn't with the turbo by itself before I put that on. So I'm hoping it won't now. I'll have to throw the tire on there and give it a try. So now, at least for now, that's done. Like I said, I'll decide about if I want to tackle filling in where the cold side piping goes. I could do it. It might be a little bit of work. I don't know. We'll see. I still have to do finish welding this up. I threw a couple more tacks on it, but I also, once I figure out what I'm doing with my heater box, I also have to do something with this back here too. So that's another job for another day. Tomorrow, probably, I'm gonna start on this side here. This one's not too bad. I pretty much just have to fill it back in here where I cut it. This part here. This one should actually go a lot faster than the other side. And then once that's done, I don't know. I'm not sure what I gotta do. I gotta do O2 sensor bung still, a few other things. I'll have to figure that out. But it's definitely coming along good. Pretty soon, hopefully, be breaking it down to just start cleaning up and painting things and whatnot. I ordered my cam, the Elgin 1840p, sloppy stage 2 as everyone calls it. I ordered that yesterday off eBay, so that's on its way. That should be here in a little while. And the only thing I still need is valve springs, and then I need some exhaust tubing. The only other thing I'm waiting for is that 90-degree silicone that's coming from AliExpress. They're sending me a blue one now because they sent me that black one, which was wrong. So, yeah, it's been a long day. I'm going to end the video now.
No more. Let us get the fuck out of here.
Like always, like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, and also check out all the other videos of this truck plus all our other vehicles, which mostly have LSs with turbos and whatnot on it, which I'm sure you'll like if you like this. So check you later.